What if I told you that this matchup isn't about size alone, and not even about strength? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, your answer might change completely. Bear versus gorilla. Sounds simple, right? But nothing about this encounter is simple. Let's start with raw power. A fully grown grizzly can weigh over 300 kilograms, with paws large enough to crush bones and claws that can tear through thick hide. Its bite force can exceed 1,200 pounds per square inch, enough to break through dense muscle and even bone. But then you have the gorilla. Lighter, yes, but built almost entirely of muscle. Pound for pound, gorillas are among the strongest mammals on Earth, capable of lifting several times their own body weight. So the real question becomes, does absolute mass beat concentrated strength? Now think about speed and movement. Bears can sprint up to 55 kilometers per hour for short bursts. That's faster than most people expect, faster than many cars in city traffic. Gorillas, while not sprinters, are explosive over short distances and incredibly agile, especially in grappling situations. If this encounter turns into close-range combat, speed becomes less important than control. And control is where gorillas excel. But wait, let's pause here. Which one do you think controls the fight? The one that strikes harder, or the one that grips better? Keep that in mind as we go deeper. Now consider endurance. Bears are built for survival in extreme conditions. They can absorb punishment and keep going. Thick fur, dense muscle, and a massive skeletal structure give them natural protection. Gorillas, on the other hand, rely on agility, balance, and precision. They don't have the same defensive layering, but they compensate with technique and explosive power. Here's where things get interesting. Gorillas don't fight by swiping. They grapple, they pull, they destabilize. A gorilla could aim for control of the neck, shoulders, or limbs, attempting to neutralize the bear's claws. But the bear has one massive advantage: reach combined with destructive tools. One well-timed swipe could end the fight instantly. So ask yourself, does precision beat brute force, or does brute force overwhelm precision? Before we continue, if you enjoyed deep breakdowns like this, there are more comparisons waiting on the channel. You might want to check them out after this one, and subscribing ensures you don't miss what's next. Now let's talk psychology and behavior. Bears are solitary and territorial. When threatened, they commit fully. Gorillas are social and strategic. Even when fighting, they often assess, intimidate, and control rather than immediately attempt lethal damage. That difference alone can determine the outcome in a high-stakes encounter. And here's a key turning point: positioning. If the bear lands the first clean hit, the fight likely ends immediately. If the gorilla closes the distance and establishes a grip before that happens, the dynamic shifts dramatically. This becomes less about striking and more about leverage. So which moment matters more, the first second or the first grip? At this stage, you might already have an answer forming. But hold on, because there's one more layer: terrain. On open ground, the bear's speed and reach dominate. In confined space, where movement is limited, grappling ability becomes far more valuable. That shift alone could completely reverse the outcome. This is why these matchups remain endlessly fascinating. There isn't a single fixed answer, only scenarios, advantages, and probabilities. If you're still watching, you're exactly the kind of viewer this channel is built for. We explore these high-stakes comparisons regularly, including a recent lion versus tiger breakdown you might enjoy after this. So now, final question. If you had to choose, based on strength, speed, endurance, and control, who wins, the bear or the gorilla? Drop your answer in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more battles like this.